Well, hello. This is Charles Kent, Mayor of Fairmont, and I wanted to welcome you. I want to welcome you to our program, Community Connection, that I have every week, explaining and talking about some of the interesting and exciting events going on in our town. I've got something that I want to share with you today. It's a little unusual. An event coming up on the 13th of October. We were going to have it back in May, but it's a little bit too warm then, and so we put it off until now. Have you heard the old expression, hitch your wagon to a star? Well, I got a variation of that. How about hitch you and a friend to the front of a semi, an 18, excuse me, an 18-wheel truck, 40,000 pounds, and pull it for a mile? How would you like to do that? Well, you're probably not going to want to do that. You're probably going to want to be on the couch or in the backyard preparing for a barbecue or whatever, but I got two guys that are going to do that. I want to talk to you this morning a little bit about the Guinness World Record truck pull that's going to take place in our town on Saturday morning, the 13th at 10 a.m. John Brookfield from Pinehurst, he's a good friend of mine, and Kirk Nobles, he's a great friend of mine. He and I own a business in Fairmont in the 1980s called Let's Get Physical Fitness Center. These two men, very well known for their strength, are going to lash themselves to a front bumper of an 18-wheeler, and just south of Fairmont city limits, around that curve before you get to the city limits, they're going to pull that truck, 40,000-pound semi-truck, for 1 mile, and it'll end just before you get to the parking lot at the South Robinson Rescue Squad headquarters there on South Walnut Street. And they're going to try and do this in a time that will break the last time they did it. But the last time they did it, they had a third party helping them. The first time they did it was in 1997, and they had a third party then. So this will be the first time in 3 attempts that they've done this with just 2 men. Now, John Brookfield is a very, very strong guy. He has 4 world records already in the Guinness Book, plus he is credited with having the strongest hands in the world. I personally watched him at Farmers Festival back in the early 2000s tear 20 Coke cans, full Coke cans, in half, ripped them to shreds in about a minute and a half. Very powerful man. Very humble and gentle man, but very powerful man as well. He's got a guy from Duke University coming down who is a sports scientist who is going to let John wear a pair of shoes with sensors in them, and this is supposed to test the strength and the power required to do strenuous activities, and it's going to try and sell these shoes later to Nike, so that's going to be a nice thing. We've got 2 magazine people coming to cover this event. Hopefully you'll be there as well. Kirk Nobles, as you know, started Extreme Strength, a Christian powerlifting organization, and he goes around and puts on demonstrations. These 2 men are going to pull this truck, and then they're going to end up right there at the South Robinson Rescue Squad on the I would say around 12 o'clock. Don't hold me to that because it depends on how the pull goes. And about 12 o'clock or 11:45 or whenever they get through, after they take a breath and drink some Gatorade, they're going to put on a strength demonstration in the parking lot there of the South Robinson Rescue Squad. This is free. It won't cost you a dime. If you want to walk along beside them and holler at them and encourage them and cheer them on, you can do that. If you want to park and watch them come by, you can do that. Or if you just want to meet up at the South Robinson Rescue Squad headquarters at 12 and watch them do their demonstration, you can do that. But this is an unusual event in Fairmont. This is something that you don't see. Lumberton doesn't have this. St. Paul's, Red Springs, none of the other towns around have this. This is just for Fairmont. And it's because Kirk Nobles and I are dear friends, and he and his friend John Brookfield wanted to do something to highlight outdoor activities and strength in our town. So hopefully you'll have some time Saturday morning, free time, that you'll want to come out and check this out. And Saturday evening at 3 o'clock, you can go over to Rosenwald Elementary School and see the Farmers Festival pageant. And again at 6:30, the other part of it. So got a big weekend coming up. So check out the Guinness World Record truck pull at 10, Farmers Festival at 3 and 6:30. Great weekend coming up in Fairmont. Hope to see you at all the events. Take care now. Bye-bye.